नमस्ते एभ्रिबडी। यस भिडियोमा कक्षा 12 को विद्यार्थीले अध्ययन गर्नुपर्ने ह्युमन राइट्स इन द एज अफ इनइक्वालिटी भन्ने एसेको प्रश्न उत्तर ल्याएर आएको छु। अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ द टेक्स्ट सेक्सनमा भएको सर्ट क्वेशन्सहरुको आन्सरबाट म यो भिडियो सुरुवात गर्न चाहन्छु। What is the first human rights declaration adopted by the United Nations? United Nations ले अडप्ट गरेको पहिलो ह्युमन राइट्स मुभमेन्ट डिक्लेरेसन कुन हो? The first human rights declaration adopted by the United Nations is all human beings born free are equal in dignity and rights. In other words, it is the mobilization for economic and social rights. It is the international human rights movement that rises in the last half century from the Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. Question number B. When is Human Rights Day observed? Human Rights Day कुन दिन पर्छ भनेको यो Human Rights Day is observed every year on 10th December. It is the day when the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. Question number C. What is the goal of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Human Rights विश्वव्यापी मानवाधिकारवादी घोषणाको मुख्य उद्देश्य के हो? The goal of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is to provide a list of the basic entitlements that humans deserve thanks to being human itself. In other words, the goal of the declaration is to convey the message to the world that human rights are universal. That is, it is to be enjoyed by all people, no matter who they are or where they live. The declaration includes civil and political rights like the rights to life, liberty, speech, and privacy. Question number D. What are the two big stages that involve writing the history of human rights in relation to that of political economy? Two big stages, human rights writing history, human rights को इतिहास, मानवाधिकारको इतिहास राइटिङमा र त्यसमा चाहिँ पोलिटिकल इकोनोमी सँग इन रिलेसन टु द्याट अफ पोलिटिकल इकोनोमी सँग सम्बन्धित गरेर यो हिस्ट्री राइटिङको टु बिग स्टेजेस भनेर कुनलाई चिनिन्छ भन्नेको छ। The two big stages that involve writing the history of human rights in relation to that of political economy are the heroic age of the national welfare states after the Second World War, the age after the 1940s when the political economy ascended beyond the nation. Question number C. What are the facts that have been missed in Roosevelt's Call for a Second Bill of Rights? रुजवेल्टको सेकेन्ड बिल अफ राइट्समा छुटेका मिस भएका फ्याक्टहरू के हुन्? Roosevelt's Call for a Second Bill of Rights was only able to mark provincial America's entry into the North Atlantic Consensus. Secondly, the bill understated the real egalitarian aspirations, and it could not be beneficial for the mass but beneficial for privileged few only. It was like a national project of reconstruction, just like other existing version of welfareism. Question number F. Write the truth expressed in Herodotus history. हेरोडोटसको हिस्ट्रीमा अभिव्यक्त भएको सत्य के हो त्यसको मेन्सन गर्नुहोस् अथवा उल्लेख गर्नुहोस् भन्नेको चाहिँ The truth expressed in Herodotus history is global socio-economic justice, like local socio-economic justice, would require redistribution under pressure from rich to the poor, something naming and shaming is never liked to achieve, even when supplemented by novel forms of legal activism. Number G. Why is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights important to you? Universal Declaration of Human Rights मानवाधिकारवादी विश्वव्यापी घोषणापत्र तपाईको लागि किन महत्त्वपूर्ण छ? To me, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is important for it aims at providing a list of basic entitlements that humans deserve thanks to being human itself. It is a milestone document which proclaims inalienable rights entitled to every human being regardless of race, religion, sex, color, origin, language, and other status. To conclude, as a human being, I am also affected by its decisions. What is Universal Declaration of Human Rights? यो चाहिँ एक्स्ट्रा क्वेसन भनेर मैले बनाएको छु. Universal Declaration of Human Rights भनेर के बुझिन्छ? Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a milestone document that proclaims the inalienable rights that everyone is entitled to as a human being and human deserves thanks to being human itself. Reference to the context section मा भनेको क्वेसनहरु चाहिँ लङ क्वेसनमा सोधिन्छ. Does the essay give ways on how to stigmatize inequality? Explain. र यो एसेले निबन्धले इनइक्वालिटी असमानतालाई कसरी हटाउन सकिन्छ त्यसको बारेमा कुनै आइडियाजहरु उपायहरु दिएको छ भनेको छ. Yes, the essay Human Rights and the Age of Inequality by Samuel Moyen provides a framework for how to stigmatize inequality. Moyen argues that a key aspect of a successful human rights movement is the stigmatization of practices and institutions that contribute to inequality. He believes that by casting a critical eye on the systematic drivers of inequality, such as the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few, and of framing these issues as human rights violations, it is possible to mobilize public opinion and effect change. Moyen suggests that the human rights movement should focus on the most extreme forms of inequality and the injustice they entail, such as poverty, homelessness, and discrimination. By highlighting the human cost of inequality and linking them to the failure of existing human rights norms and institutions, he believes it is possible to generate a popular movement that puts pressure on those in power to address these issues. In this way, the essay provides a roadmap for how to stigmatize inequality and build a new human rights movement that is better equipped to tackle this ongoing challenge. Is another human rights movement necessary? अर्को मानवाधिकारवादी आन्दोलन मानवाधिकार सम्बन्धी आन्दोलनको आवश्यक छ. Why? Yes, another human rights movement may be necessary in light of the ongoing issues of inequality and violations of human rights. यसलाई यस अन्नु दुईटै भन्न पाइन्छ. तर ह्युमन राइट्स मानव अधिकारको उल्लङ्घन र विश्वव्यापी असमानतालाई हेरेर हामीले अर्को मानव अधिकारवादी मुभमेन्टको मानव अधिकार सम्बन्धी मुभमेन्ट आन्दोलनको आवश्यकता छ भनेर मैले चाहिँ यहाँ लेखेको छु. In his essay, The Human Rights and the Age of Inequality, Samuel Moyen argues that the current human rights regime has failed to eradicate inequality. A new human rights movement would focus on effective implementation of Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948 and maintaining equality. The persistence of poverty, discrimination, and other forms of inequality in many parts of the world highlights the need for a renewed focus on rights that focus on human rights that addresses these issues and works towards a more just and equitable society. Reference beyond the text. What are the challenges in maintaining human rights in Nepal? र नेपालमा मानव अधिकारको चुनौतीहरू के हुन्? Nepal has been a politically unstable country for many years. The corruption rate is high. Impunity prevalence as a major social problem. Power and force are used purposely, purposely to accomplish political goals. Equity, equality, and human rights are ignored. Article 16 to Article 46 of the Nepalese Constitution guarantees 31 fundamental rights to Nepalese people. These include the right to freedom, the right to live with dignity, freedom of speech and expression, religious and cultural freedom, right against untouchability and discrimination, and so on. The bureaucracy of the country is time-consuming, procedure-oriented, corrupt, hydrolent, and leisurely. Favoritism, nepotism, and widespread corruption have hindered human rights and the principle of dignified life. Social evils like gender discrimination, the dowry system, child marriage, human trafficking, drug abuse, and untouchability, which are widely prevalent in society, have ridiculed the constitutional provision of human rights.